imagine doing that. Wow, the sand was sticking to them. Ugh.
Oh.
But I mean, I think it helped overall because they were so covered in that sand and stuff. They were awesome. The makeup was, I can't even express it because it was so good.
And you've been to the beach before, so you know how it feels on the backside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not fun. I look at Chris said nasty. I don't know if he's talking about us. So you know how that feels. So for them to be in there for hours in that sand,
you get sand in places you never thought you'd get sand into. Believe me. I can just imagine maybe rinsing off for days.
Oh my God! I could. Just the thought of it though it seemed like a great time.
Yeah.
So what do you think they were building there? I know that was a place where Morgan was shot, where they were shooting Morgan, where he was doing all of his training, and that's how they found the bridge. What do you think they were making there, when they did that?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if they were making something. I'm not sure. What did you think?
Well, maybe trying to rebuild the bridge, but why would the sand be on top? Or were they dumping the sand down to the bottom to support the bridge? Like so putting the sand on the bridge and then shoveling the sand over the side to stabilize the bridge? Is that maybe what their plan was, or maybe was the plan to defend themselves from the zombies?
That could be. That's a good observation there. It's either that or because they have vehicles, they want to make sure that bridge is going to hold, like you said, to stabilize it more, pack it in there, and so if they bring vehicles over it, that way, they'd be sure to, it wouldn't collapse or anything. But you're right, they could have been planning a trap there too.
Yeah, and I think that I think they mentioned something about it in the ocean side when they brought it up. Yeah. Was TWD any good this week? Yes,
absolutely.
Desiree, it was awesome. You have to catch up because you're on the last episodes, the season finale. There's 2 more weeks left, so Desiree's 3 episodes behind. I shouldn't have said nothing, but I know she's gonna catch up. And don't forget to push your like, Desiree. Don't forget to push the like button since you're here. I hope you can hear us. I'll put it. But anyway, I know she's going to be mad at me because I told everybody how many episodes she's behind.
Oh, she's only 2 behind. She's good. She's good.
So we're trying to round everybody up for the last. So just so everybody knows, we're trying to round up everybody for the last episode. The last episode, we're gonna have a double podcast. It looks like Denise and Desiree are gonna run one, and then I think me and Patrick are gonna run the other one. So it sounds like it's gonna be pretty exciting. So it's gonna be pretty fun. We might have to switch up a little bit. I told Denise she might have to do 2 podcasts, one with Desiree and one with me. But it'll be fun either way.
That would be awesome.
It'll be fun either way. It's so much fun. It's so much fun podcasting. But we have to get back. Let's get back to Tara. And so the episode was mainly about Tara and her situation, getting lost, finding Oceanside, and we both talked about it. They were like overly nice to her. They knew she was there. They knew she was watching. They knew she wasn't a threat. So they just kind of let her roam around, and then finally they snuck up on her and they took her down, kind of held her as a hostage or captive, and then they brought her to table, had a good dinner with her, and then said, "Yeah, you could leave, but we're going to take some escorts with you." and so right there, I'm kind of confused on that, because the reason I'm confused on it is because why we talked about this earlier. Why would they say they were going to do that?
I don't think they were going. I think they were going to take her out there and kill her. That's me. So that's what I think too. I think that was the original plan, but that got sidetracked a little there because.
Well, actually, Desiree, the episode was with Dr. Dre and Tara, so it was a pretty good episode. Dr. Dre, we hope is still alive. Okay, we hope is still alive.
I'm holding out hope. He still is. Yes.
Yeah. So
they also did the episode because they brought in a new group and they brought Tara back in, so we got some background to what's going on there, Des. So that's why I think. Because
I knew you were gonna say laugh out loud. You know, I watched NWA like about 50 times already. I grew up on NWA, so you know I had to watch it. So you know I got to call Heath Dr. Dre. At the beginning, Denise didn't know what I was talking about when I was talking about Dr. Dre, Desiree, but she knows now. I told her it was kind of like an inside joke, so it's pretty funny. So getting back to this, I want to just finish up with the Tara situation. She got they took her back. Love Straight Outta Compton, best movie of the year, and
yes.
it was so much fun to watch. And I'll if I didn't have to go to work after podcasts, I'd probably turn on Straight Outta Compton. But anyway, the thing that got me, they pulled out the knife. She goes, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take out the walker. She got to the walker. She took off running, and they started shooting. So that gives us the idea that, yeah, they took her out there. They probably took her out there to kill her because they didn't want her to go back to the group and let them know where they were at, because we're in the apocalypse. Yeah. And a lot of things could go wrong, you know. A lot of things could go wrong at any time. So you could be right on that part. I'm not sure. Maybe Cindy. Maybe the reason you. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
Maybe the reason you are right about that is because Cindy came and helped her, knowing that they were going to try to kill her. Maybe you are. Maybe that is the reason, because I didn't know. Maybe the lady seemed like she was real interested, and oh, thank you, Desiree. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a great night. We'll talk to you later. I'll see you tomorrow
have a great night.
I'll see you on the lounge tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get off early so I could catch it on time instead of late. But we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. So we get to the part where so they're shooting at her. They're trying to take her out. Cindy helps her. Cindy helps her survive. She gets back. I thought Cindy was gonna go ahead and go with her.
Yeah, I did too. Because
for some reason, Cindy does not seem like she wants to be with the Oceanside. Does that?
Oh, I think she does, but I don't think she likes the way they do things sometimes, like shoot them on sight. I don't think she's into that. But I think because it's a group and, it's all women, I think she likes to be in the group, but I don't think she likes the way they do things.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to remember, she is more women-sided, so you would think that she would fit in there. It would be a group that would cater to what she the world that she wants to live in,
Yeah.
But still, she still had to go back because she still had to go back to Denise. So she didn't know Denise was gone already, but She still had to go back.
No.
But the odd thing is the timing did seem longer than 2 weeks. They could have played it out and said they were out on the road for 2 months, and I think it would have been more believable. The 2 week thing.
I caught that too. I was like, yes, yeah, because 2 weeks, all that happened. It seemed, well, like they could have broke down. Someone had to walk, and all this stuff.
Yeah, so it's like. I think they should have went with the in my opinion, they should have went with the at least 2 months out on the road.
I agree with you. I caught that too.
Because
I caught that too.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw that too, because I thought I might have been the only one. 2 weeks and all that stuff that went on in 2 weeks, that the timing is not meeting up with me. So I'm glad that you caught that.
Yeah, he said it, didn't he? Because I was sitting there. Yeah, that was. I caught that. I'm like, what? But I'm not the writer, so.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. So, what did you think when she got back to Alexandria? She was all ready, hip hopping along there, and bam.
The tears, the hurt, like I was saying earlier before we got on the air, Eugene didn't even have to say anything, and she just broke.
He looked so beautiful. He looked so beautiful.
She just completely broke when he got back to when she got back to the compound to Alexandria.
Yeah.
She just completely broke down, and it was sad to watch. And it hurt because she was really falling for it. It's the apocalypse, and she was really falling for it, and it was hurtful, and it's even hard to talk about it, thinking about it. And see, this is where Patrick, who should be on the show right now, would have fit in really good, because he always talks about it in the comic book. It's not Denise who dies with the arrow. It's Abraham, my favorite character, who dies with the arrow.
Yeah,
so it's,
they change it around. Yeah,
yeah. So they are. That's why I say it's really good. I really like the fact that I don't read the book, because I don't want to be thrown off and be discouraged or upset that it didn't go the way the book went. So.
Right.
I always say that every week.
Yeah. They stick to it pretty much, but they do change it up some. So I think they do that so it's not predictable.
Yeah.
So they say, well, I saw it in the comics, I didn't need to watch it. Well, it doesn't totally stick to it, so you need to watch it.
Yeah. So it's so much fun. It's TWD is so good. Oh, you're listening to the books, Chris. That's pretty cool. Where are you finding them? Are you finding them on YouTube, or where are you finding them at? He said he's listening to the books. I didn't know that they were available.
I've seen them. Yeah, tell us.
I would go back now that we're so far along in TWD, and I would start with the books, or even listen to the books while I'm working. Now that we know. But where did you find them at, Chris? Where did you find the books at, if you don't mind me asking?
Audible. I figured that.
Yeah.
Silly. Silly Chris.
Where at, buddy? Where at?
Yeah.
That was
it was a good episode.
I think he says Audible, like the I think I know what he's talking about now.
Okay.
We have a lot more to get into. I'm gonna go into a real quick song, and I'm gonna we'll be back on the air in a second, and I'm gonna play just a little bit of Easy Street for everybody because I love it so much. Just like 10 seconds.
That song.
Just like 10 seconds, and then I'll play a song, and when I get right back on the air, we'll finish up. We'll wrap up TWD, and then me and Denise will give our predictions for the upcoming week, which last week we were actually pretty good because we said that it was going to go in different directions than they were in last week. So I felt like we did pretty good as far as our prediction. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, we're pretty good at that.